Cain had always dreamt of a quiet life, but dreams and reality are often very different things. The factory was heavy with the stink of soap and chemicals, but it provided simple, honest work. Cain lowered the lever on his pallet truck and drove the forks into a timber pallet, its contents wrapped in cellophane shrink wrap. A gap-toothed man in a Metallica t-shirt laughed across the conveyor belt of the machine he tended. He wore jeans hung so low around his heavy gut that the crack of his arse showed. A lantern-jawed 20-something colleague sniggered along. Cain ignored them, taking the pallet of chemicals from the machine to the warehouse, where it would wait to be loaded on a delivery truck. The factory was nestled in the middle of an industrial estate in Warrington, a town once famous for wire production, but now better known for its rugby league team and reputation as a tough town that filled the gap between Liverpool and Manchester in England's northwest. The pallet truck rumbled on the black, shiny factory floor, and Cain checked his watch for the 5th time in 20 minutes. Break time at last. He left his pallet truck parked on the wall beside the warehouse shutters, where it would wait until after his break. Cain had worked in the chemical factory for 8 months. Before that, he had worked on a motorway maintenance crew for 4 months. Cain was 38 years old, of average height and build, and found work wherever he could get it. He had to pay his wife maintenance for the children he loved and missed all day, every day. Unfortunately, the skills Cain had spent a lifetime honing were of little use in the real world, so he worked in the factory to pay his way. "All right, mate," said a chirpy voice as Cain entered the factory break room through the white plastic door. Cain smiled at Vic, an Asian man who worked on the machine lines and was always happy, always wanting to chat. Vic spent his working life loading empty plastic cartons into a machine so it could fill them with industrial-strength cleaning liquid. There were 5 machines in the factory, long, complicated things which required 4 operators to keep each one going, and Vic handled number 2. "Good, thanks, Vic. Didn't realise you were on tonight," said Cain. "Overtime, mate. My eldest turns 10 next month, so I need a few extra quid. You see the game last night?" "No, I didn't, sorry. How did it go?" 2-0 to United. Vic shrugged and Cain smiled, rolling his eyes to sympathise with the team's loss. The mention of football brought back memories of Cain's childhood bedroom. He used to plaster his walls with posters of Liverpool Football Club players like Steven Gerrard. Over the years, Cain had gradually lost touch with the game as life became more complicated. Vic moved to exit the break room, and Cain went the same way. They tried to get past each other, but both men went the same way again, and Cain laughed. Vic grinned and clapped Cain on the shoulder. He stood aside to let the smaller man slip through the door. Once Vic left the room, the smile vanished from Cain's face. It hadn't been a proper smile. He never smiled anymore.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.